Hey everybody, welcome to the Gamers Grimoire. We are playing some Magic: The Gathering Arena. Um,
Yes, we're
for those who,
nerds.
for those who don't know, I actually play quite a bit of Magic: The Gathering myself in real life, and I enjoy the game quite a bit. Albeit it could be tilting at times. So what we're going to go over in this video, we're going to go over how to build a deck, show off a deck we will build, as well as play a few matches, and we'll also go over archetypes. Um, I'm more versed than the other two are as far as playing this game and what to expect.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a noob.
Uh,
so
as far as physical series, Sean and I have played Standard a very long time ago and have not kept up with the community.
all right. So basically, what Magic Arena is, it's actually the current standard legal set. Um, so they actually added in some new features recently, where you can actually freaking search out the cards finally by name. Building a deck is kind of a bore. The deck building tool actually will auto fill in the lands for you. So typically a constructed deck should be 60 cards, which is listed over here. You can actually go over the 60 as a note. You don't actually have to follow this. Um, but for consistency, which is what any TCG is going to be, it's a consistency game. Um, so in Magic, there are multiple types of cards. There are enchantments, creatures, lands, instants, sorceries, artifacts, sagas, planeswalkers, world enchantments, which do not show up in this game, auras, and well, I think I'm not missing anything else. Um, so what are needed to play this game? Well, creatures are needed to play this game depending on your strategy. Um, Enchantments, and you basically need a mix of these things in order to win the game. The game is 20 life. Each player starts the game with 20 life, and you draw an opening hand of 7. Um, and then you either choose to mulligan those hands, and if you mulligan, you take one less card when you redraw your opening hand. When you choose to keep your hand, you then get to scry. That is a new ruling that actually happened, that of only, I believe, 3 or 4 years ago, when the Paris ruling came in, which allows you to scry one, which allows you to, what scry means is you look at the top card of your deck, you may choose to either put it back on top or on the bottom, and you do that for every number of it, but you get to scry one. So my preferred deck. So we'll just actually quickly back out of here just to show some of the decks that I actually have. My kind of preferred decks on this game mode tend to be the actually controlling decks, but there's a number of strategies. So when you play this game, you'll actually be given a deck every week. I don't know where that came from, but I prefer to play a lot of blue. I actually think though blue is not the best. What the no. But I don't think blue is like the best color in this format. I actually think it probably goes to green and black. Um, but let's create a deck. Let's just go through creating a deck. So things up at the top here, these are your colors. You've got red, blue, black, green, and white. Those are the colors of Magic. And then if you click this is the multicolor cards that are currently legal in the sets.
Let's make green red.
You want to make green red?
Yeah.
Sure. That's going to be absolutely garbage because it's not a supported archetype. All right, so let's
Why?
see. Because we haven't gotten to that guild yet. In the next set, that guild will be here, which will be Gruul. So green red. So this is because this is the guilds of Ravnica standard. The guilds that are currently available are Dimir, which is blue black, Izzet, which is red black, Golgari, which is green black. Then you've also got Boros, which is red white, and then you have got Selesnya, which is green white. And those are the current 5 guilds that we've got. Or 6. I might have missed. Let me see here. Did I miss any of the guilds? No. No, I did get all of them currently. So if we're going to build green red, we're honestly, from the red cards, we're probably only taking shocks. It'll probably be primarily green. We might also splash lightning strike just for some more burn. Otherwise, there's no green red there's no. I think there's like actually no. There is. There's a few elves, which I don't believe I own currently. So we won't have like the best version of our green red deck, but we'll try. We'll try our best to create one.
I picked the worst color.
All right, so let's grab. So green red is an aggressive color. So regardless, we want to play some number of Llanowar elves just because it accelerates our guys out.
How come that white angel keeps popping up?
Because she is actually considered a green creature as well. Because in her color identity, she has that
okay.
green activated ability.
Okay.
So let's see here. What do we got? Man, we really don't got great options. I mean, I could throw in some of these merfolk, but they don't. The rest of the merfolk are in blue, so nothing I can really do with them. So let's see here.
What the hell is that?
What's up?
I've never seen a card
So this,
like
yeah,
that.
so this is one of the new
Oh, it's
enchantments. These are
enchantments,
called
okay.
sagas. The way sagas work is they activate that first effect when you play them. Then on your upkeep, they'll do the number 2 effect. So if it's on this one, Song of Freyalise, it'll repeat the first effect. And then on the third upkeep that the enchantment's been out, or rather the third main phase it's been out, it will do the final part, and then sacrifice itself.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do Thorn Lieutenant.
That's pretty good for 2 mana cost.
It's okay when you have guys. It's garbage when you don't. But I think it's fine because if it does, it puts counters on your guys and gives them vigilance. We'll give ourselves some Rabid Bites. So in your deck, you have what's called a curve, and I'll go over it after we finish doing the deck. And then I'm also probably going to trim some of what the deck wants to do. So let's grab some of these. This boy.
So would you say when you're building a deck, do you want to start with your instants and sorceries first?
You want to start with low cost, just low cost things in general, and then aim for your finishers over anything else. And then after you find out what you really want to do, then you should start doing what's called trimming. So let's find a high end, and no, that's the wrong one. And we'll put find. It's gonna put a random swamp in the deck, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want that. There we go. Yeah, because we're literally splashing red.
We have one card with.
Yeah, we have a few cards left. We won't put our uncounterable creature.
We
This
have
card is
one card that has a swamp in the mana cost.
yeah. Well, it's not actually. So this is dual colored mana.
Oh,
so
okay.
you pay green for
Yes,
it.
you could do one or the
Instead
other.
of, yeah, so there's no reason for me not to take that.
What's that red and green?
Ooh,
one?
Dragon Disciple. Dragon Disciple's probably okay to put in the deck. Yeah, it might be just put the dragon. All right, put Rootbound Crag in, and then put that boy in because these are something at least. This deck's gonna be really, really median. Just because I mean this strategy is not a supported one. Let me just see what we got in red, if anything.
That's sad. That's my favorite combination.
It's got more coming to it. Trust me, it's gonna be much better later on. So
I look like the damage and the power of green.
yeah. Let's see here. We can probably put some just better high end in. So I got a lot. So this is our curve. Our curve. You never really want to have a curve that's like this. Personally, you want to have a curve that's linear going up. That the center section's kind of like more dipped here, or rather, it should be a hump like this and then taper off at the very end. The only reason why we have so many high ones is some of our ones actually kind of get cheated out. We'll talk over some of the mechanics in a moment, namely Convoke being the only one that's going to be showing up in this one, because Convoke is a very interesting mechanic. So let's see here. No, because what we're doing is splashing red. You never want to put, if you're splashing a color, you never want to put multiple mana costs, like multiple mana symbols of the other color you're splashing in its converted mana cost. So this right here is because it's a double red card, it would be harder to cast in this deck because we don't want to commit that many red sources.
Yeah.
We'd rather only have to play 4 red sources than play this. We actually we don't even want this many lands per se, because we already have 4 Land and War Elves and these guys, which are also accelerants, so they count as mana sources as well. So we would rather cut those. Man, we really don't have great options as far as our red. Wizard Lightning's fine. Spitfire is fine. Captivating Crew is actually okay, so we'll put that in there. And where is he? There is actually a rare I do want to buy.
What about Active Treason?
Active Treason is a bad card.
Is it?
Active Treason is a card that is okay in draft. In constructed, absolutely not. Which is what we will technically be doing in our quick matches. It could steal games, but that would be a bad. I don't want to put that in anyone's head that this card's a good card, because it is not. Active Treason is good when you have creatures that let you sacrifice creatures, because then you're gaining advantage. Because otherwise you're giving your opponent back their creature at the end of the turn. And because it is a sorcery, I'll go over spell speeds in a second. So let me do that right now. So in this game, there are spell speeds, and basically So what spell speeds are essentially is when you can cast them. Sorceries, you may only cast a sorcery or activate an ability that's listed as a sorcery during your main phase. So you can only do that during main phase 1 or main phase 2. The work around that is if you give sorceries the ability Flash, it allows you to play them at any point. Flash essentially turns your sorceries or whatever you're doing into an instant. Instants can be played at any point in the game. You can cast them as though they're sorceries, and you can cast them in response to other things. But that made me think, because I almost forgot about one of my favorite cards. I was like, I'm missing cards to fill out this deck. Well, when in doubt, just shove 2 Karns in any deck, and it'll be good enough. Because Karn is really good. Alright, so let me see what I want to cut from here. Because there is a few things I'd rather cut. I don't need a 4-mana ramp spell. He's so meh. He's so meh. But he accelerates us because we have big things. So when you play green, red, it's got 2 strategies. Either it's killing you with just efficiently costed guys, or you're ramping out the big, stompy things, and you're just kind of wearing things out with the removal like Shock or Lightning Bolt or Lightning Strike. In this case, Rabid Bite is an insanely strong removal spell. And you kind of do it with decently strong creatures. Pelt Collector is a pretty powerful creature. This is making waves in multiple formats currently in the real game. I don't know if it's doing much on Magic Arena currently, but it's a very powerful card. It's an Elf Warrior. He grows every time a creature enters that's bigger than him or dies that's bigger than him. He gets bigger.
That's really good
dope.
for 1.
Yeah, for 1. He's quite the creature. Thorn Lieutenant, it's just he's an efficient guy. If he's a 2-mana 2/3, so it's already above the curve, and you get some value. If they try to kill him, you get a 1/1 at least. So, but even if you target him with something, you get a 1/1. Find. The only reason why I'm putting Find in the deck is that there's not a lot of recursion. Getting 2 creatures back is pretty dope because I'm pretty sure our small guys are going to die a lot. Blanchwood Armor, we're only playing it because like it's good enough in this game where you could throw a big old dumb enchantment on your hexproof creature, which we actually have quite a few of, and they gets +1/+1 for every single forest you have, and that's really strong. Colossal Majesty is a way to draw cards. Most of our guys will be pretty big and stompy by the time we're casting them, and then our upkeep you have to draw cards. This is an accelerator. It helps us play our big things. That's why we have it. J-Light Ranger, Explore is a mechanic I get to explain finally. So what Explore does is you look at the top card. If it's a land, it goes to your hand. Otherwise, you may look at it and choose to put it back on the top of your deck or into your graveyard. After you do that, you put a 1/1 counter on the creature. J-Light Ranger is great because it's a 3-mana 2/1 that explores twice. So you have a chance at either drawing 2 lands, which is great. That's great value. Or you play a 3/2 or a 4/3, which is also fine.
That's good.
Draconic Disciple, we're playing because it's an accelerator that makes any color. It's another red source in our deck, and it can eventually, if we need to, you can turn it into a 5/5 flyer. That's okay. Captivating Crew, you kind of get your Act of Treason, but this one's better. If this thing stays alive, you get the Act of Treason basically every turn. You pay 4 mana, you do the same thing. You can only activate this ability as a sorcery. And these are what we call mana sync abilities. The game of Magic, you want to be using your mana basically every turn. I think it's control players typically fall, like new control players fall into this. Control players basically play preemptive spells and don't commit to the board, and they fall behind. And most of the time they'll sit on counter spells. And let me point this out: if you sit on a counter spell, or if you don't play your thing into a counter spell, you are wasting your mana doing nothing. Granted, if your game plan is better at doing nothing than your opponent, you can run that gambit against them. We're playing Goreclaw, Terror of Call. This is a legendary creature. He's a legendary bear.
I appreciate that.
He's actually really good. He's a 4-mana 4/3, and creature spells that cost creatures with power 4 or more in your hand cost 2 less. And whenever you play, or whenever he attacks, creatures with 4 greater power get +1/+1 to trample. So even when he does it, he becomes a 5/4 when he attacks.
That's good.
Path of Discovery, whenever your creatures enter the battlefield, you explore. That's really good. Vine Mare is really fucking annoying, and then this is the card that we're going to be probably putting those enchantments we had onto. He's a 5/3 hexproof, and he's got another very annoying ability, because this actually comes up quite a bit. He can't be blocked by black creatures. That actually comes up a lot more than you'd imagine. Karn, Scion of Urza. This card's just good. He's just these are planeswalkers. Planeswalkers, what they do is you can activate them once every turn, and you can do any of his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So for Karn, he's got his uptick, which is you look at the top two, you reveal the top two cards to your opponent. They give you one of them, and the other one goes to exile. His minus, that goes to exile with a counter on it. His minus, you put a card with a silver counter on it into your hand. And then his neg 2 is he puts a 0/0 artifact creature into the battlefield that gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So it's a 1/1. So it makes a 1/1. The second time he does it, they're both 2/2s. Third time he does it, they're all 3/3s. But they can piggyback off your other artifacts. Gigantosaurus, we're only playing it because it's a 5-mana 10/10. That's it. It's just a 5-mana. Yeah, dude, just Unga. You just Unga them. Carnage Tyrant is another hexproof creature. This one also cannot be countered. So it's a control player's worst nightmare because it's really big. It's a 7/6 trample hexproof. That's it. It's an efficient beater. Hatchery Spider is a pretty median card in this deck. It's got the Golgari mechanic of Undergrowth. So what Undergrowth does is the keyword basically cares about every number of creature in your graveyard. So its Undergrowth is when you cast this card, reveal the top X cards of your deck, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard, and you may put a green permanent with the converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield and put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. It's a 5/7 with Reach. Reach, if you guys want to know what the keyword means, it means it can block creatures on the ground and that fly. So that thematically makes sense. Palaka-Worms, I've lost to a deck that just plays nothing but mana ramp and these, and that was good enough to beat me. So it's a 7-mana 7/7 that when it enters the battlefield, you gain 7 life. And when it dies, you draw a card. It's
a lot of sevens.
Arboretum Elemental. So this is one of the more interesting cards we're playing as a one-off. So it is a 9-mana 7/5 hexproof with Convoke. What Convoke means is you can tap any of your creatures to help cast this card. It essentially turns them all into pseudo Llanowar Elves or anything that would be able to tap for mana. And that's just really strong because it helps you pay for these massive creatures. And then Jalta Primal Hunger. He's a 12-mana 12/12. He costs 1 less for every power on the board that you have. So he can be a 2-mana 12/12 trampler. And that's efficient. And we're playing 21 lands because we have multiple accelerators, 3 mountains, 1 other red source, and 17 forests.
Are you going to actually play with this deck online?
Yeah, we'll play with it right now. It'll probably be a little rough, but let's see how we do. And then we'll go over some other decks in a moment. So let's see who we play against. If we play against blue, it's playable. If we play against red, like there are multiple color combinations in Magic. One that is supported but not really supported in this format is the color combo of Grixis. This hand's fine. You want to be able to play your spells in your hand. We do have two, like a 6 and a 7, but we have a 1 and we have an accelerator at 3. So I think it's still a fine.
Yeah,
we go first. I'd rather get in some damage with the Spell Collector. And if he eats a shock, he eats a shock. Whatever. So here, the one thing I do want to explain is, so there are these stops on each of the turns. All right. Well, I have a shock that I can't cast. So these stops. So I can put a stop here on their upkeep. So, oh well, it just kind of skipped it. I think it's because the game only allows you to do it if you could legally do anything. I'm against Selesnya. Okay, so I'm against green-white. All right, let's see. Hard whiff. I mean, bottoming a whole bunch of things I wanted, but I mean, sure, I got the 4. My hand is now a 7-drop, a 6-drop, and a 7-drop.
Yikes. Yeah,
this is not looking good, actually. Unless I draw like a mountain. Yep. So he played Playcrafter. So what Playcrafter does, both players will sacrifice a creature. If you didn't, or a Planeswalker. If you didn't have a creature, okay, that's actually really good against this guy. All right, now my guy's gonna become a 2/2. And this card's actually really good against him if he's playing black. What the? Oh, so he's playing a color combination known as Abzan. That is green, white, black. All right. Cool. All right, so we played this big old... This deck's actually kind of annoying. Okay, my hand still doesn't do anything. But you want what's great? He's got to take 5. Because it's black. Even though it's a green-black creature, it's still black. Yeah, so that feels bad. Also, this thing's hexproof, which is really, really annoying.
So good.
So what this card does over here, though, he's a 2/3 reach Death Toucher. And whenever a creature dies, his opponent will what's it called? Will take. Okay, this is just mean. His creature, I will take 1 point of damage, but I'm just gonna Rabid Bite. Yeah, quick. Yep. All right. Well, let's get this out of here. I actually think this guy's just gonna get mowed over because we're gonna hit him for 5 every turn.
Yeah, he's not gonna live much longer.
No, he's at 6 already. Feels
Oh,
good.
boy.
Skill testing game. This is not a good show because we're playing one of the most uninteractive creatures possible. If he plays another black creature, he's just dead. Yup. Oh my goodness. Buddy, no! Not like... so what could I be... So... It's hexproof. There's no card he could cast that's going to do anything.
Well,
I know the standard form. There's nothing he can really do to this guy. There is no... So, the way to get rid of it would be an edict. And what edicts mean are... okay. Ooh! Okay, that's a beat. Okay. I'm going to actually get drained for a bit here. Yep. So I get drained for 3. He actually gains 3 life. And then I get a... Yep. Alright. Yep, that's a lot of damage. Quattro. Alright. But, I mean... Ugh, that was actually pretty bad.
Yeah, that turned it around a lot.
Alright, he's making tokens.
Got the strats.
Honestly? No, I'll go to 13.
That's
I need to draw a red mana, though. That's fine, actually. That's fine. Alright. And now, basically, he's got to decide if he wants to trade off all his guys. That's not how that works, but okay. Sure. This guy has trample. Alright, so I get drained for 1. If he has, like, a big anthem, I could lose still, though. So what am I hoping to draw here? I think I'm hoping to draw that stupid bad enchantment. Because it'll give +5/+5.
Yeah, that would help.
Okay, oof.
Oh, another one.
Alright, so this does stack. So whenever his guys die...
It's 2 instead.
Yeah.
We can play the spider, but
You,
that's not
you
gonna
have
help.
2.
No, we're
The
going to play
worm.
Palaka Worm instead and gain 7 life.
Here we go.
Hey.
Wait a second. You just die here. Good luck, man. You got to block. That's not how that works. Yup, you got to block. That's not how that works. Yep. He's going to trade his board away.
He'll survive though, right?
Yes, because these are lifelinkers. No. So what you always want to do is you want to order like this. Even though I'm pretty sure all of his guys die.
You're gonna take 2 for every creature.
That's fine. Yep. Woof. I'm fine though.
Are you?
Yes. It just did a lot of damage. But he's got 1 card in hand. Yeah, and I'm fine. And now he's got to deal with Palaka Worm. Yup. Yup.
He's got something though.
That's... okay, that's a Death Toucher. It's a lifelink Death Toucher. This is actually... So what you want to do here is you actually want to just... I just want to swing with both. Yep. Yep, you take... Yep. That's fine. Alright, so he's in top deck mode, and now we're going to try to... We're going to try to hit with this thing. Alright, let's see what we got. 5 cards deep. Sure. We'll put the 10-10 into play.
There we go.
Alright. So this guy's top decking. He's dead. Oh, there's a red mana! But yeah, there you go. That's a game of Magic. So what had stopped him from dying there, by the way, guys, is a mechanic called Lifelink. Lifelink, for every point of power they deal, you heal that much. And then this is the in-house currency right here. And you get quests every day. If you guys have played Hearthstone, the way you earn currency in this game is very akin to that. One thing I hope I can get to show off is going to be actually the crafting system after probably only another game or so, to be honest, and then we'll show off just some of that stuff. So that's how you typically go. I'm going to play one of my decks. All right, pick a deck. What do you guys think?
Cat you picked.
You got mono black, green black.
I like black green.
Which one?
They have themes.
Let me actually look at them. Oh, I don't even know what this deck does. Hold on, what is this? It's like a worse version of the other deck.
Yeah.
I think the other one's the actual black-green deck. Let me look at this one, though. What's inside this? 18, 21, 22 lands. This deck is weird. I'll play it, though, depending on the deck, so...
What do you got for green-white?
Oh, green-white? We have two. One's not even a green-white deck.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is the colorless deck. Yeah, this is the colorless deck. It's green-white, but its main theme is colorless.
Oh, okay.
But I do have green-white. So, feel free to decide. What deck will I play, Cat?
The green white.
Which one, though?
The one on the left.
This one?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
shining one.
Alright.
Cat's so bad with choices.
Yeah, don't ask me to make choices.
Oh, man, I'm probably going to lose this match comparatively. So, as you know, this is an unranked constructed format that we're doing right now. Alright, it's a fairy versus Tezzeret.
I don't
These
know.
are two planeswalkers.
Are people good in this or?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There are definitely people who are good. Oh my god, this hand's so fucking slow. So I have all. I can play everything. It's just I've got nothing but tap lands. So I'm gonna be a turn behind. All right. Oh my god, another tap land? Yikes. All right. So I'm against blue. I'm against Dimir. Oh, that's really annoying. Surveil. So what I'm hoping for next turn actually is a untapped source. Alright, he's surveilling. Doesn't have a second black mana, so I don't have to worry about a lot of removal. So what Surveil does, you look at the top card and you may choose to either put it back on top or into the graveyard. So it's like Scry, but a little bit better in ways. Alright, what do you put in the yard? Plague Mare.
Is there no commander in this?
No, there is no commander in this, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is actually just add to the board. So this will allow this to gain me a life and give me my life back, and it ups its power, and then we'll attack for 2. So next turn, what I'm hoping to do is actually play this guy, Johnny's Pride Mate. Alright. Still no double black mana, so I don't have to worry about the prime removal of being the double black cards. I think he's actually looking for another black source right now. Alright, so let's see here. He kept it on top, so I'm assuming it is a land. Oh, no, he actually put another Plague Mare. Okay. Question mark? You got it, man. I'm probably going to give you not... You can take that Rise to the Grave.
No.
No, I really don't care. To be honest. Yeah, it's better just to be able to add to the board. So we're going to play into Johnny's Pride Mate. We're going to play this guy. This guy's doing what we call falling behind on board. Alright, yes, take action. Teals, take action. So we made our Johnny's Pride Mate a 4/4. I have to decide, yeah, I'd rather put his Karn to 1. So, like, say if he desperately needs that land, he's going to have to kill his Karn. And now he's bearing down actually a big guy. And I think he does need that black source. Because otherwise, like, if you get a Plague Mare, what is this protection from? White creatures? No, it can't be blocked by white creatures. Who cares? Upticks. Okay, sure. Alright. Question mark?
Well, there you go.
There's his black source. Well, he's got a land. He can reanimate a creature from the graveyard. Plague Mirror, what's it do? Oh, ooh. That's actually a bad time. Oh, man. Maybe I should not have given him the Rise from the Grave. He's about to wipe my board. Yikes! I did not read. This is what happens when you don't read cards.
So I said no.
Yeah, oof. Oof, that's the big oof. And I don't even gain any life. Ooh. So, I had to decide if I'd rather draw a card or explore, but I think I'm just gonna play this first. Alright. So, I mean, regardless, he's gotta block my guy. He's gotta block my guy. Or Karn will die. Yeah, okay. He wants advantage from card, and that's fine. Next turn, I'll get to draw a card off this Path of Discovery because of the mechanic on this enchanter. What am I trying to do here? Honestly, I'm trying to draw my own card. You can take the Thoughtbound Phantasm. It can grow fast with this thing, but I mean, I don't know. Yep, you got it. They become a 3/3. Oh. Alright, Chupacabra this boy. Yikes. Alright, so what am I hoping to draw here? Alright, yep. 3/3. Alright, these are the struggles of green-white. Alright, okay, this is actually pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to draw a card off of this. Alright, hit a land. Play this first. Which explores. It's on top. So fucking... that's actually a redraw.
It's not bad.
Because it doesn't do anything this turn, but it's a redraw next turn. I'm just trying to figure what I would lose to most. Ritual Sit doesn't do anything, it just kills his board. And kills this guy and this guy, but... Well, I have a 2/2 land werewolf. Haha! What's he gonna do?
He's thinking.
Aww. Now this card's a brick. This... So, in this you can concede early, which I might do, because... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super dead. So in this situation, you probably just want to concede, because there's no reason to force yourself to play it out. You have no cards in hand, and Magic is a resource game, so... Yeah, especially because I know it's a dead draw on top of my deck. So...
Never say never.
No, this is 100% a dead draw. So yeah, we will definitely concede here, because there's no way we can beat this guy. He's got 4 cards in hand, and then he's got 2 cards a turn. And I mean, that's the struggle of the color pie. So basically, in Magic, the hierarchy of colors are white is on the bottom, followed by black, followed by red, followed by green, and then followed by blue. And that's just for pure colors alone. Blue is, by emissions, the strongest color in Magic. You just have the most options and the most options of decks. Before we go to the crafting system, I'm actually going to play one more game with a different style of deck entirely. This deck is very different from the other ones.
What is it? Just black?
This one is mono black. Yes, this is actually a mono black control variant.
Hey, lazy bum.
Alright, so let's see if we actually get a good hand, though. Ugh. Your opponent goes first. Double Costly Plunder and a Plate Crafter. I'm greedy. I'm gonna keep this hand. If I don't draw creatures, this hand's atrocious, though. This deck actually plays mainly low cost creatures and means of filling your graveyard. Because this deck is actually intended to reanimate a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, mono red. Okay, I mean, I drew a creature, but it's not a great one. I'd rather draw my, like, 0/3. That card doesn't do anything yet. But I think this is actually fine. Because so what this card does is it lets you tutor for a black card out of your deck. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is fine, actually. I'm going to play Playcrafter. So Playcrafter, it has another ability. If your opponent doesn't have a creature, they discard a card. So it's still a 1-for-1. So he's going to decide what he's got to discard from his hand. Okay. Whoa. What? I'm against Grixis. Okay.
What is he, blue-red?
No, he's blue-red-black. I don't know. He doesn't have any counter spells up. I'm going to keep hitting his hand. Fel Spectre makes your opponent discard a card. Whenever they discard a card, they lose 2 life. And it can't be shocked. It can be lightning striked. And as you know, if he tries to do anything else... what in the hell is this deck? It's gotta be some sort of like weird, funky combo deck. Oh my god, is this like win condition? Oof. Okay. I sacrifice a creature and then next turn I discard a card? Yeah. Okay.
You could bring that thing back.
I could. With him. I have to decide... I think that's fine. He doesn't have anything cool in his yard. Like, oh my god, okay. I don't know what this guy's deck's deal is. Because then I discard a card. That's fine, actually. Yeah, that's actually fine. So what I'd rather do is actually start getting some value. So what I want to do is I want to get this boy and play it, because I want to actually dig through other cards. Alright, so Surveil. Ooh, Gravedigger. I'll dump a digger in the yard, and then I'm gonna pass the turn. Alright, so each of us. So what's this do now? It makes me discard a card, and the final one will allow him to reanimate a creature or planeswalker from the yard. I feel like this is just gonna play. Oh my god, nothing. Oh my god, this guy's deck. I don't know what this guy's deck does. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna so if this gets countered, it sucks. But I mean, I'm gonna sacrifice this and draw 2 cards. Removal, Rise from the Grave. All right, cool. That's one of the key pieces of this deck right here. So he can get from my yard the what? The Relic Seeker. Let's see here. What do I want? So I can Gravedigger back basically anything.
What do you want?
You have 2 creatures.
I'm actually probably just gonna Rise from the Grave. He hasn't countered anything, and I think I'd rather hit his hand again. Yeah, he let this resolve, so yeah, he can like reanimate my Gravedigger or this thing. Ooh, that's no, but I have a Murder in my hand, so I don't really care. Yeah, so what do you got? He got rid of Cast Down. Why? Okay, so he discarded removal, and he still can't cast this thing to clone another thing from my yard. So yeah, he's gonna bring back probably my 3/4. Yeah, you got my 3/4. And really, that's your big turn. All right, you gain 2 life. So the rule of thumb is typically to always want to add to the board. What do I want to do here, though? I can Gravedigger. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Gravedigger back my Bone Boy. Because I want to set up a turn for me to play Whisper.
Are you gonna just take the damage from the 3/4?
Yeah, definitely. Because on top of that, the more things I have in play, I can get to this mechanic, Ascend. Okay. To get his Gravedigger, to get back the, what's it called? You got it. Alright. Let me read it. Does it enter the battlefield as any creature? Yeah. Yeah, no blocks, that's fine. I'll just go to 16. So what I want to do here is continue to... I'm going to actually just keep attacking his hand. Rise from the Grave. Ravenous Chupacabra. Ooh, that's something to keep in mind. Alright, so that has that there. I'll just pass turn. So, if he casts this Mirror Mirage, or Mirror Image, like, depending on what he does, I'm gonna respond with the Murder. So, the Mirror Image. So, this is interesting, because he's got nothing... Yeah, so I'm gonna blank the card. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill this... I'm gonna kill my own creature. He makes a Gravedigger, and he has nothing in his own graveyard to get back. So he's just gonna get back nothing. He's just gonna make a Gravedigger and do nothing with it. Now he's gonna sit on a 2/2. He should have played... If he played Chupacabra first and killed, like, this guy to get the Goblin Freebooter out of the way, it would probably have been a better use of his time. But next turn, I'm probably going to bait him into trying to kill this thing instead. Severed Strands? Okay. Ew. Oh my god, that is not... Okay, so this card is fine. But I don't know about that one. So what do I want to do here? I want to bait it onto this thing, so I think I'm going to have to play that first. The reason why I want to bait his kill spell onto this is basically this card, I sacrifice 2 creatures to put a card back from my graveyard into play. Okay. And it's better for me to do that. So he's definitely going to... Yeah, he's going to Chupacabra this. I'm pretty sure I have nothing that, like, matters in my yard. Yeah. Because, like, he can reanimate... Oh, he can reanimate that thing, so I got to be careful about that. Actually, to be safe about this, I'm just going to kill the Chupacabra. I'm going to exile Chupacabra. Because if it dies, it's way worse for me. And now he's got bad reanimation targets. Because he could get back my own thing. He could get back my own thing. That's kind of annoying. But I guess that's fine. So like I think his turn's gonna be Rise from the Realm, like Rise from the Grave is my thing. Maybe it was wrong to play my Vraska's up there. Yeah, he's gonna do on that. And I think that's fine. Alright. He still doesn't have the fucking, what's it called? He doesn't have Ascend yet? Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice this thing. I'd rather draw some cards right now. Hopefully draw a removal spell. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. So I gotta decide here. I think that, so let's first take his last card out of his hand. I need to know, what was it? It was a cast down. Oh, that's great to know. Now let's kill this guy. And now the value train begins. No attacks. Alright. He's got like nothing.
He has 2 cards in his hand?
He's good. No, that's actually in his graveyard. He actually can't even cast that.
Oh.
And Jumpstart, you have to discard a card from your hand anyway to do it. Alright. So we've ran this guy out of his resources. I'm going to actually lay this first. This is one of the main key cards of this deck. So what this does is whenever one of my creatures dies, I get a 2/2 zombie token.
That's really good.
Ooh, that's a moderately annoying card. If he attacks for 2, I'll just take it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to play Bone Barrier, and now we'll get to see one of the key cards in action. I do not want that land. Alright. So if this chick lives, it's bad news for my opponent. Because so she sacrifices 2 creatures to put 1 creature from my graveyard. Oh my fucking god, okay. That feels bad. Yep. Oh, that feels terrible. Alright, now we can cast her, which is actually really bad. Yep. But he doesn't get a lot of value out of this. Because he doesn't have a whole lot to bring back. Alright, so let me see here. It's actually a bad idea. Oh man, Hostage Taker's gonna, like, own me. I'm gonna lose to... I think I'm actually gonna lose to my own creature now. That's unfortunate.
You don't have anything else that can kill that?
No, I haven't drawn anything. No other removal spell. So what's gonna suck... So basically what he's gonna be able to do now is he's probably gonna sacrifice these 2 things to bring this thing back and make a Hostage Taker. Oh, okay. That's bad. Alright. If they don't know what to do, I'm not in bad shape, but if they read their cards, they should be okay. So basically, if they go sacrifice these 2 things and Hostage Taker this with the mirror image thing, I basically can't do anything else, and I think I'm locked out. Oh, I was so close. Yep, let's see here. Yep, they figured it out. Unless they make a Nicol Bolas, then they're not smart. No, yeah, they Hostage Taker my other thing. Ugh, it's so annoying. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking bad. Whisper's gonna cuck me. That's bad, because I just literally need to be able to survive. But there's nothing I can do now. So what this is gonna do is they're gonna draw an extra card. Because now they can Hostage Taker every turn, though. That's the annoying part. So what they do is they actually sacrifice this, bring back another creature. I think I might just actually hard cast this guy. Let me see here. No, there's no reason to. So what I can do is I can bring him to 10. That's
something.
I'm still gonna lose this. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna flip Nicol Bolas, and that's his flip side. He either draws 2 cards. Okay, and I also took 2. Wow, this guy's deck is bad too. That feels really bad. He's playing a deck that's I guess its 1 win condition is that you can Hostage Taker and win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's beats. That is the variance of this game, and he's gonna flip Nicol Bolas. When he flips Nico, I mean, yeah, he can deal like 10 damage to a freaking. Does it also enter as a creature? What did he make it a copy of? This? Yeah, you can just Hostage Taker everything now. God, this deck is so bad. Why haven't you flipped Nicol Bolas yet? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I am defeated. Unfortunate. Yeah, so the main parts of this is that you get Bat and Whisper on board, and you're able to start reanimating your guys from your yard.
Yeah.
Albeit, I ran into a hostage taker, which exiles your creature, which is just unfortunate. But yeah, let's see if we can go over the crafting system real quick before we end off this, so we can purchase packs. It's 1,000 gold per pack. What set do we want to open? What do you guys think? Dominaria, Guilds of Ravnica, Rivals. Not this set. Just not this set. This set's bad.
What do you like, Kat?
None of them.
Why?
I just don't like this series at all.
Why?
I just don't.
Let's do Ravnica.
What don't you like about them? Ravnica?
She just doesn't. She doesn't play that, I guess.
I bought a couple packs. I wasn't impressed.
Okay. Tamir. Let's see what our rare is. Atrada. Okay. So our pack was Boros Locket, Spinal Centipede, Dakaran Descendant, Hitchclaw Recluse, Sunhome Stalwart, and the Dimir Spybug, and I think that might be the best card in this entire pack. Atrada's cool. She's a legendary creature. She can't be blocked, and when she deals combat damage to an opponent, she exiles one of their creatures with a bounty counter. After you have 3 cards in exile with a bounty counter, they lose the game.
Oh.
But when she deals damage to them and she does that, she shuffles herself back into your deck.
Oh.
It's a weird one. Mentor is one of the other mechanics. Mentor is listed right up above. Whenever this creature attacks with a creature weaker than it, you put a counter on that creature. It's also a first striker, which does its damage first. Dimir Spybug is a 1/1 flyer for 2. Whenever you surveil, you put a 1/1 counter on him, and he also is a menace creature, which means he has to be blocked by 2 or more in order to actually be blocked. But yeah, that's Magic Arena, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see us possibly do a draft, leave a comment down below. Also, if you guys want to play this game, you can register currently. It's open in beta right now.
It's free, right?
Yeah, it is free to play. If you guys want to play this game, feel free to sign up. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to teach you actually to play Magic, though, because it's legitimately Magic. We didn't show off any of the other things that kind of matter, like understanding the phasing of the game. Just if you guys did not know that, the game starts like this. It's upkeep. It's untap, upkeep, draw, main phase 1, combat, main phase 2, end phase, and then cleanup phase as well. Those all matter, and those are all very big tools. If you ever do want to learn also how to play Magic, feel free to stop by any of your local game shops that support the game and get with your local judge and learn some of the rulings, because it's very important. And if you ever have questions and you do say if you play in an event, always call your judge over. It is always a big tool. Don't let anyone scum you out of playing the game. And trust me, most Magic players honestly want to help you teach you the game. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next time.
Hey everybody, it's Kalona. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please think about checking out some of our other videos. Don't forget to like us on social media. Links in the description below. Once again, thanks for watching.